Peter Bleuer. You celebrate a little anniversary this year. It's list number 15. So what are your feelings if you look back?
Of course, I have a lot of good feelings. My kid is 15 years old, yeah, started the puberty. I don't hope not too difficult. But if I look back, of course, I have a very, very nice relation to this fair. And yeah, we are successful, that's always nice. So a lot of compliments from everywhere. So yeah, I look really back to a great time. I have a nice job, met a lot of nice people, great artists. So I really can't complain.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your connection to art? And I think you are also a teacher at the School of Design in Basel.
That's right, yes. I'm an art historian, so I'm really from the art field. Before I started to do this fair, I was a curator. And that was also the reason how the fair started. I was a curator, and gallerists contacted me and asked if I would do a fair. I did show the artists of these gallerists, of Eva Presenhuber, Peter Kirchmann. That was the beginning. And that's also right. I teach a little bit about, I love to teach, that's one thing. And to do an art fair is a management thing. So it's art is very short. The most thing I do is a lot of other things. So of course when I teach I still have a strong contact and relation to art. So that's also one reason why I still like and love to teach.
You founded the fair in 1996. What was the motivation and how was it like in the beginning? Tell us a little bit about the origins of Liste.
Yes. I mean, the reason was it was not my idea. It was really the gallery. There was a new generation of gallerists at this time, and they couldn't get into the Art Basel. That was the reason. Art Basel, the most important fair in the world, and of course every gallery likes to be in Basel, and there was a new generation, they didn't have the chance to get in. So as I told Eva Presenhuber, Peter Kirchmann from Zurich, they called me and say, Peter, we don't get into this fair, we have to talk to this fair if they change something, otherwise why don't we start a new fair? Are you not interested to do that fair? But they was looking for somebody in Basel. Of course, we contacted the big fair, Art Basel, and they decided not to change something in their concept. So that was the reason that we started a new fair. And of course, the idea was that we only show young art, but the established things are on Art Basel, and the new generation, most of them represented a new generation of artists, and it was very important to show them in Basel.
Ja, super.
There are many satellites of fairs that are running concurrently to the big fairs like Art Basel, Miami Beach, especially, or even Art Basel now. But I think you were the first one who did that.
Yeah, it was one in Cologne before, and of course but we never. I also would not say we are a satellite fair. But it's a different thing. We really do something Art Basel don't do. That means to represent a new generation. We are always a complement fair, and I think that's the difference to all the other fairs. The other fairs just they represent artists and the galleries, and we only show new generation. The galleries are not older than 5 years. The artists you can see, at least they are not older than 40. That's really different. And the difference is also that you cannot stay forever, at least. The galleries can only stay 3-4 times, perhaps 5 times, but not more. If they are good enough, they can do the step to the big fair, to Art Basel. They take the best ones. That's always a compliment for us. And yeah, so we are a little bit different. It's really, I think we do something what Art Basel don't do. And so it's excellent together, of course. And we have, of course, an excellent relation now. So we really are very good together.
This relation, was it in also in the beginning that you had a good relation with Art Basel, or did it take time that Art Basel got used to your fair?
Yeah, it happened very fast. I mean, the first time they was a little bit not so kind to us. They was perhaps also a little bit shocked. We don't know how good we are, and but of course we are. After that, of course, we talk together, and of course today we really. I mean, we are absolutely separated. Each fair does her work, but of course we talk together about the dates, about all these things, and no, we are friends, of course, today.
You already mentioned what you would like to have, kind of galleries you would like to have in the at the fair. Can you tell us a little bit about the application process and the jury? How do you choose the galleries?
Yes, actually, it's like in all other fairs. They have to apply. They have to send. Do you say dossier? I even don't know how you say dossier in English. They have to send a dossier, an application forms, and then a jury sit together and we try to choose the best. I mean, of course, a jury, that's a little bit a difference to the most fairs. On our jury are not galleries. Galleries, and on our fair are museum people who work only with contemporary art. And yeah, so we sit together, look through all these some 100 applications, and yeah, choose the best. And as you can see, when we look back the last 15 years, now we have already a history. I think we did quite a good choice. We had a lot of excellent galleries. A lot of them are today, they belong to the top 10s, and they started all at least. So yeah, we are very happy about that.
I can imagine that it's a lot of work to choose the galleries, to screen all the dossiers and applications. How big is your team, and when do you start working on the next fair?
Yeah, we work, of course, the whole year. We start already for the next year, or even, you know, it's a process. Yeah, we work all over the year. Of course, it's also we don't know what happens in China or in Japan, and I can't travel all over. It's too expensive also. Of course, we have a lot of people all over the world who give us good information. That's, of course, very important. Also, we have contacts to all the museum people all over the world, to galleries who was once listed. They know the new galleries, so we got a lot of information. Then, but at the end, of course, the jury, they just check the applications, and the decisions are without all this information, but of course we have them.
What would you say, why is Liste so attractive for galleries and visitors and collectors alike? What do you do to keep it attractive?
Yeah, I think, of course, it's really attractive about we have the best young art galleries. We can say that. I mean, every gallery starts at Liste. And I think also the main thing we care about is the quality. You know, it's not, I mean, there is a lot of fairs, they have 200 places and they have to fill up the fair with these 200 places. It's really different. We are a very small fair. We started in '96 with 36 galleries. and today we have 64. But it would not be possible to have more than that. About the quality would be less good. So that is very important. We really wanted the best. So every year we introduce, this year as example, we introduce 13 new galleries, not more. We have from 350 applications, we take the best 13. So we have really a very high level. But as I told them, if we would take 20, the quality will already go down. So that is very important. Few galleries, but the best.
Knock yourself, ladies, please.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the highlights of Liste, if you look back. You mentioned several things already, but for you personally, were there some events or something happening where you thought, hey, wow, that's big, that's really great?
Of course, there is a lot, yes. I mean, the main thing for me, if I look back, is of course to see how many unknown galleries started at least. Nobody did know them, and now they are really great, important galleries. And the same, of course, with artists. I mean, there's a lot of artists. Elizabeth Peyton, as example, you could buy on the second or on the first list. The price was very low. I just was now in Berlin, so a show, it's now 300,000, a small painting. So, I mean, a lot of artists started at least, and they was heroes, unknown. They really helped to do the booth, and of course, if I look back, that is of course very, very nice to see how important we could be for a lot of artists and galleries.
When you started, it was very important that you had that it was a list, because otherwise the people or galleries didn't get into the big fairs. How do you see the art market or the art fair market today, or the landscape of art fairs?
Yeah, I mean, the art fairs are very important today, and we can say they have a lot of power. And the reason actually is, of course, you get a lot of information in a short time, and that is the problem of how everybody don't have time. We work less, but we have less time. It's a very strange situation somewhere. That's why people also go only to the centers. You know, they go to New York, to London, to Paris. In Switzerland, they go to Zurich. They can see 20 galleries in the same time and some museums. And of course, an art fair is extremely good in that. You can, in 2-3 days, you get a lot of information. You can meet all these galleries, you can see a lot of new artists, and you can make a lot of contacts. It's not only, I mean, during the art fair, everybody is here. So you meet all the colleagues, the other museum people, the other collections. So that's excellent, of course. That's why art fairs are so important today. It happens a lot in a short time.
The future of Liste, how do you see the future, or how do you see Liste in another yeah, maybe not 15 years, but 5 years.
Yeah, I think the special thing on Liste was always we didn't really change a lot. We are still the same. We are in the same building. We introduce every year the best new galleries, and I think we will go on like this. Of course, perhaps we change details, and if you look back, of course, we changed small things. But in general, we are absolutely the same, like 15 years ago, and I think that is our job to introduce the best new galleries and their artists.
You mentioned the building. It's very interesting building. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the building and who is working in the building during the year.
Yeah, I mean that is a I'm very happy, of course, to be in this building. It's an old brewery, and the special thing is not this brewery is not empty, and we can do this art fair always in June. This brewery is full the whole year. It's like a small village, this brewery. So you have a lot of different things in this building. You have a kindergarten, you have a restaurant all over the year, you have a carpenter, you have small offices, you have artists, studios, and the crazy thing is they all have to pack. So once a year it's a crazy situation. All the people here pack their things, go out of the space, and we get the space. And the very special thing is of course I pay a rent for them, but I can't pay really a high rent that they would say, okay, we do this lot of money, super, we do that. It's really, they have to like that. And that is really a very special situation, and unusual for in a country like Switzerland. There people usually are not poor, so it's a very special situation that they do that. And of course today is a part of the identity of the building, also of this Vartek is a part of the identities. In June it's an art fair.
So, what does Liste 15 have in store for us, for the visitors and collectors this year? Can you mention name some highlights or some program?
Yeah, I mean, I can say again the same. I think the main thing is really to introduce these new galleries and these new artists. That is the main thing. That is not, again, one crazy more thing, one more crazy bar, one more red carpet, one more champagne bar. That is not the thing we are interested on, of course. Is also a party. You can drink champagne, of course, but the main thing, and what is the important thing, is to introduce this new thing, these new artists and these new galleries. Then we have a performance program that is also important. Every day you can see a performance. It's the same thing, you know, performance is very difficult in the market. So we thought we do a platform for this art form. So every day you can see an interesting young performance artist on Liste.
So Peter Bleuer, thank you very much for the interview, and good luck with this number 15 and the following fairs.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Next 15 years.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, I'm too old then.
We could buy, if we could buy this one, we could.
Jetzt gibt es